have had to go looking for street
Actually, I didn't remember
NB.
to tell Chris to change the.
No, we forgot.
I mean, honestly,
NB.
Are we back on?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we're back on.
Do I have to go to a different thing?
Yeah,
Oh man.
it should be back on the channel called episode 10B, I think.
Yeah.
I just hit the spacebar. I typed read sheet, and there was a spacebar in the middle of it. Eddie Smaldone, yes, that's what we discovered. And then we asked Harry about Eddie Smaldone, and Eddie Smaldone is Chuckles the Clown. So we have now connected Chuckles the Clown to the ransom note and this spreadsheet that shows declining salary.
One question that I had.
Right.
So there is a girl is still missing, isn't she? So there has been someone kidnapped.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Chelsea.
Do we have any idea how old she is?
Not directly, although we know that Munrab gave the detective the Dr. Nostrum trade card and said this is a recent picture of her, and that picture is in the feelies and it shows an infant, basically, a young girl with a ribbon in her hair.
Okay. I mean, just you guys have been assuming that it's Tom Thumb in the suitcase. Could it be the girl in the suitcase?
It's possible, yeah, it could be. It could be. The only reason we're assuming it's Tom Thumb is because, of course, Tom Thumb was under the table and tapping us on the foot.
Yeah.
But you're right. Maybe Chelsea is in the suitcase. It's locked. We can't open it.
Yeah.
But let me show you. Let me show you what happens if I can remember how to reproduce it on top of Hannibal's tent. Now, so we're at Midway entrance. So we go southeast to the Nook. We're dressed as Andrew Jenny because I see no reason to take our clothes off. We have the ticket, so we push the ticket under front. The panel slides open. We go east into the blue room. We get the look from the dealer. We look under the table. We see the suitcase. We get the suitcase. As you lift it, you can hear a muffled scream from inside. We open the panel. A pair of thugs hurry up to confront you, scuffling with you over the keister. They manage to wrestle it away. Billy Monday shouts, "Hey Rube," then sights the open panel and bolts through the opening. We now go west through the opening. You see the silhouette of a man on top of the cage. You throw something bulky onto the tent and climbs up after it. We go up. You hoist yourself up onto the cage. We go up again. You're standing unsteadily on top of a gable tent. You can hear from inside the tent what sounds like a ladder being moved across the ground. Then the plod of footsteps coming nearer and louder. So let's move. You can go in any direction. With lousy footing and a lousy sense of direction up here, you take a few wobbly steps. Suddenly, with a muffled pop, a sleek metal shaft is thrust upwards through the canvas. The prod, finding no contact, is withdrawn through its burn hole. We keep moving. Again, we hear the ladder being moved and then the plod of footsteps. We move again. It says, suddenly with a muffled pop, a sleek metal shaft is thrust upward through the canvas. It lingers momentarily, its business ends, sending a wisp of smoke into the night air. So the description actually changes as we avoid it. And now if we say grab shaft, I think we could say grab prod, but I think the prod is the electric-y bit. But we can grab the shaft. A sleek metal shaft is thrust upwards. Grab shaft. You grip the shaft tightly as its owner begins jostling it dangerously. And then pull shaft. Sounds of awkward footwork and cursing come from inside the tent as your opponent struggles with you and finally gets the shaft. There is a shriek of blood-curdling terror as he takes the elephant prod, which sears loudly through the canvas wall, down with him. Moments later, you hear someone helping the victim, who is groaning in pain, out of the tent. The ladder is also dragged out.
10 points.
And we get 10
Save
points.
it.
So this is the thing that we're supposed to do, clearly. And now we can go back down again. You grasp the ladder firmly and climb down. We're back to top of cage. Down to the nook. We've lost our ticket at this stage. We go northwest to Menagerie. If you go east, mindful of where you step, you walk inside the tent. We're in the elephant tent. There's nothing there. There's nobody there. Come back west, north. Honestly, I'm going to save it here, actually. I'm just going to save it as a new save. You can't find... You go down and there's nobody there. There doesn't seem to be anything at all that's changed. I looked around. I went to every location to see if anything has changed, and something has changed. If you go back to Menagerie and down to the White Wagon and over to the backyard and then south through the prop tent, we're now in Camp West. If we go east, we go to Camp East. Chuckles is standing out of costume in front of the aluminium trailer. As you approach, he glances at you and says, "Pick up an application at the White Wagon, not here."
Is that because we're dressed as Andrew Jenny?
Maybe. I don't know. I've not picked anything up. Maybe it's the spreadsheet. This is basically it. I didn't talk to Chuckles. I didn't do anything, but Chuckles is standing there. Pick up an application. So there's some kind of meeting going on inside Katzenjammer's trailer, I guess. Chuckles dribbles a little Dr. Nostrums onto his rag and continues wiping away at the trailer. What's he wiping on the trailer?
He's using Dr. Nostrums to clean the trailer, I think, isn't he?
The trailer with its chalky aluminium siding has all the charm of a generic beer can. In contrast, the garishly painted sign hangs over both the door. Built in the... Yeah, it's the same description as before. Chuckles dribbles a little Dr. Nostrums onto his rag and continues wiping away at the trailer.
Look at Dr. Nostrums.
This is what's so weird about this game. It looks like pretty potent stuff. Why can't we see what he's wiping? It's really peculiar. Okay, let's...
Can we ask him for it?
Let's just go and get some things to give him. Oops. Let's get the sheet. Oops.
Is it worth going to the white trailer as well? Which one is the white trailer?
It's the office.
Right. Is that the one where that's the one where we knock on the door, isn't it?
Yeah.
So maybe he'll give us something this time.
Can we get the ribbon?
Yeah, I can get the ribbon. So these are all things that I thought we could give
the ransom note. Like the ransom note as well.
The ransom note,
Yeah.
the newsprint, the spreadsheet, the trade card, the ribbon.
I mean, we could also offer to buy Dr. Nostrums off him.
I guess. Can knock on the door. Silence answers back. I mean, I don't think there's anything at the White Wagon.
Makes sense to just ask him about the spreadsheet.
I think so. Yeah, we need him to know that we know who he is and stuff. Okay. Ask Chuckles about sheet. Shows over beat it sucker. Show sheet to Chuckles. Chuckles' eyes dart between the various numbers in the multiple columns on this spreadsheet. I don't know anyone by that name. Let's just go and ask Harry. Oops, about Eddie. That's Chuckles' real name, just so that we've definitely triggered that. The fact that we know that Eddie is Chuckles. Show sheet to Eddie. He ignores it this time.
Oh, but you said show sheet to Eddie,
I did.
not to Chuckles.
No. It's the same
Yeah.
person. Let's show.
He ignores it this time, which shows that we've already triggered something.
Yeah. Show newsprint to Eddie. Chuckles looks skeptically at the scrap of newsprint while listening to you tell where you found it. Yeah, I make paper dolls for the local kids. It's part of my act, so what? Okay. Show the ransom note. He reads the ransom note, silently mouthing the words. So you think you fingered me for this note? Pretty thin stuff, if you ask me. Besides, I've got no gripes against the boss man. Why, here I am doing cherry pie in the middle of the night. Chuckles, looking unclownly and perturbed, applies extra elbow grease to his cleaning.
We help him
as well?
clean.
Says
What was
never.
that like?
Sorry?
Can we help him?
Help him?
Help him clean.
Sorry, but Eddie's small dome is beyond help. Look at Rag. You see nothing interesting about the dirty rag. Chuckles suddenly screws the cap onto the flask of Dr. Nostrum's and enters the trailer. The trailer is locked. The curtains part slightly and are quickly drawn back. Silence answers back. Look at clean patch. Look at trailer. Look at siding. No. Look at sign. What was
Is he trying to remove evidence? Is that why he's cleaning?
Maybe.
What was the open compartment?
That's where the bullwhip was.
Okay.
Curtains are drawn over the window. It seemed to be progress, right? But it's completely unrelated to Billy Monday.
This has to have triggered a change somewhere else, or we have to find a way to get in there.
Oh, Chuckles is back here. He's back cleaning. We just went away and came back again.
So I guess we've got a certain number of moves to do stuff.
Yeah.
But you've shown him everything that we've collected, haven't you?
Yeah. So I just show card to Eddie for no good reason. And then then it says, looking like a clown with a hot foot. Chuckles suddenly screws the cap onto the flask of Dr. Nostrum's and hustles off to the west.
And we got 10 points there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? I guess we follow him, do we?
Yeah, I guess so.
I've gone west, but it's not here. Trailer door's closed. It's locked. Silence answers back.
What? We can't see the map. What else is to the west?
Nothing. Well,
Right.
there's just these two locations, one with Katzenjammer's trailer and one with the Clown's trailer. To the north of Katzenjammer's trailer is the turnstile where Harry is, and to the north of the Clown's trailer is the crawl under the tent to the prop tent. So we showed him the sheet, the newsprint, the ransom note, and the card. And he went off. I'm going to restore and just show him those 4 things and see if we get the same reaction.
Is it the trade card, the Dr. Nostrum's
Yeah,
card?
the Dr. Nostrum
Right.
trade card. I'm just going to save it here while we're on 170 points.
And that's the thing with the picture of the girl on it, isn't it?
That is the thing with the picture of the girl on it, yeah. So let's just go back here and get... I'm also going to do it without all of our Andrew Jenny get up.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
Card. Okay, I've got those 4 things. What don't we have? So, relieving the gorilla suit,
The ribbon.
Taft, the ribbon,
Would
the
the
bucket,
skeleton
the
key be
pole,
useful?
the radio. We've tried the skeleton key on
Okay.
all of the locked doors before. Yeah, we're leaving the ribbon, the bucket, the pole, the radio, and the key. I can get the ribbon.
Are you going to leave the dress and the shawl thing?
I'm just going to take them with me, just in case. We do need to be dressed up for some reason. But as soon as we engage him, he says, beat it, right? He wouldn't say that to Andrew Jenny. He shows over, beat it, he says. So I don't think anyone's thinking that we're Andrew Jenny just because we're wearing Andrew Jenny's clothes. Right, okay, I've got this stuff. Let's go this way, this way. Here's Chuckles. Right, one at a time. Actually, I'm going to ask Chuckles about Eddie. Shows over, beat it, sucker. Rag. Nostrum. Trailer. Cleaning. Doesn't know it. Okay. Can't ask him any of those things. Okay. Show sheet to Eddie. You don't know anyone here by that name. Okay. Right. So it's true then. We hadn't asked Harry in this save. Now we know it's Chuckles' real name. So now I can say show Eddie, show sheet to Eddie. Okay, he says something slightly different here. He says Chuckles' eyes dart between the various numbers in the multiple columns on the spreadsheet. So what is tough all over? I don't hold any grudge against Mr. Munrab. Hell, I'm just a clown, a happy clown. Chuckles applies extra elbow grease to his cleaning. Show note to... Maybe there's an order thing.
I was just going to say, did you want to try the card earlier? Just to see whether it's the card that makes him run off or if it's the number.
Well, let's just figure this out then. Show note to Eddie. He reads the ransom note, silently mouthing the words. He deadpans. Fascinating. Don't let the detective find you with that. And then the newsprint. So you think you fingered me for this note? Pretty thin stuff, if you ask me. Besides, I've got no gripes against the boss man. Why, here I am doing cherry pie in the middle of the night. And then show card to Eddie. Good product. I'd highly recommend it. And no 10 points.
Ribbon?
Yes. Looking like a clown with a hot foot, Chuckle suddenly screws the cap on the flask and hustles off to the west. And we get 10 points.
So we have to show him all the evidence to get a
Yeah.
reaction.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we just have... Yeah. Yeah.
Now we just need to try and work out where he's gone.
Yeah, or... What else has changed? I'm just going to look around.
Yeah. Did you want to save it?
I've already got it saved from the previous go. Oh. Okay, we fumbled everything away, so we're up on the wagon. Yeah. We can no longer open the hatch in the wagon. Menagerie nook, cage, arms are too full.
I still think there's something to do with, is it the elephant cage? The one that says you tread carefully? It's the only location that says something when you go into it.
Yeah, I mean, okay. We've tried searching the sawdust, and the implication is that it's basically soaked in elephant dung and wee, which is why you're treading carefully. Okay, so nothing's changed here.
Maybe I've missed some things. Why is there a rumpled form of the detective lying in the sawdust?
That's like episode 4 or 5.
He's basically drunk.
Yeah, he drank nostrums.
Yeah.
And collapsed. And we woke him up by throwing a bucket of water over him. And he gave us the Dr. Nostrum's card and the ransom note, which are what Munrab gave him when we overheard them talking in the props tent.
So do we go back to Munrab?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. What's our end goal? Don't we have lots of evidence now?
I think we need to actually find Chelsea. I don't think the detective's at any use at all.
No.
Yeah, seems reasonable.
There's nothing anywhere. When we knock on the door, at Cats and Yammers, the curtains part slightly and then draw close. I wonder if we dress as Andrew Jenny now.
Yes, do that. And with the veils so they can't see our face.
Yeah, where...
We don't have the clown mask anymore, do we?
No, we don't have them. No, we don't. We have the gorilla suit. But... So, and wear the veil. And now, knock on door. Oh my god. You can see the curtains part slightly, and then you hear through the window a hushed voice with a thick German accent. Andrew, where's Eddie? And Willy? We must talk over what we do. I go now and bring back them, and the roustabout too. You be guarding in here when I will come back. The trailer door swings inward, and out of the trailer steps the robust personage of the Gottfried Wilhelm von Katzenjammer.
So we are in his trailer now, and he's gone.
We
Not
can now
yet.
go in. You step into the trailer. Inside trailer, these quarters are furnished in the foreigner's vision of American rugged individualism. The head of a moose, for example, hangs as a trophy against one wall. Against the west wall, the door stands open, and a gaily decorated curtain is open at the window. So he's going to go and get everybody. So obviously this is something that's been hatched by everyone. And Andrew's been part of it because he's been going and having a sneaky cigarette with them. And
We
now...
need to search the trailer, don't we?
Yeah, so I'm going to close the door.
And close the window as well.
The window's... Yeah, the
There's the curtain.
curtain's open.
Can you lock the door?
As the trailer door is closed, you notice a crowbar leaning against the wall.
Oh, we said we needed a crowbar, didn't we?
The warped door. Taken. Okay, I'm going to save it right here. So it may be that this is everything that we need, and we just need to go and crowbar our way into the clown. Oops.
Just look around the room first
Yeah.
before we go anywhere.
I'm going to close the curtain as well.
Look at the moose.
Ah, yes. You see nothing unusual about the moose head.
Search behind Moosehead.
No, you can't search behind.
Pull on the moose head. Will it open a trapdoor?
Can you take it?
The moose head drops to the floor with a loud thud, revealing an opening about 1 foot square to a crawl space.
Nice one, Woody.
Get inwards. Okay. Down.
Pull
In. Where's the...
I mean, 1 foot square. It's on the wall, though, isn't it?
Okay, look in space. It's completely dark inside the opening.
If it's a crawl space, can you not crawl?
Yeah.
In space, yeah.
Despite your writhing and squirming at the opening, it would seem only a contortionist or a Houdini would fit through it.
Chelsea would fit through it.
Yeah,
Tom
or
Thumb.
somebody small, exactly.
Reach into crawl space. There's nothing within your reach. We don't have a source of light, do we? The square hole is about a foot wide.
Can we use the crowbar to kind of prod into the crawl space?
Yeah. Open space with crowbar. You can't open a crawl space. Widen hole with crowbar. Doesn't know widen.
Are we thinking of this the wrong way round? Is it not that there isn't something currently hidden in there that we need to get out? Is there something that we need to put in there and then put the moose head back? Do we put the tape recorder in there?
We don't have it.
You don't have the tape recorder anymore.
Mm-mm.
We don't have a mouse anymore either, do we?
We could put the mouse trap in there.
You can set the mousetrap and put it in there.
Yeah. But it's the dark. The reference to the dark
Mm.
seems to recommend we need to find light from
It
somewhere.
says it is completely dark inside the opening.
Maybe we should just go crowbar open the other trailer
Yeah,
and see
yeah.
what we find in
Yeah.
there.
Put back moose. No.
Put moose on wall.
Do you think
Okay.
we need to put it back? Why do we need to put it back?
I don't know.
You're just tidying up.
Yep. I'm just getting the description again. It says there's an opening to a crawl space in one wall, but I don't know which wall it is, and we can't go anywhere.
Put moose head on wall.
Useless, utterly useless. It's, I guess, I mean, the hole must be where the moose head was, so it's up the wall. We need to get a flashlight from somewhere.
Or the pole.
Or the pole.
I kind of agree with Rosie. Let's do the other thing that we
do the other thing.
Yeah.
Okay, open door with crowbar. You wedge the crowbar between the frame and the door, then give it a yank. The trailer door pops open. Okay, Clown Alley. The gut of the trailer exposes the underside of circus life. Grungy costumes strewn about, crooked and cracked mirrors, the musty odour of fresh makeup mingled with clown sweat, infusing the air. Against the wall is a row of cramped-looking bunks, and running from the floor to one upper bunk is a small ladder. Lying perfectly still in the upper bunk, yet with his eyes wide open, is Comrade Thumb.
Get him and stick him in the hole.
You cradle the little performer in your arms, and he allows you to lift him. Okay, we're
just gonna stuff this guy
Yeah.
up.
put
He's the
thumb
only one
in
small enough to get in,
space.
isn't he?
Oh my god. A wide-eyed Comrade Thumb goes easily through the opening and drops to the floor on the other side of the wall. You can hear a faint whimper coming from the crawl space. Oh, wait, time passes. Coming from the other side of the wall is a scurrying noise. Then you can hear the strained voice of Comrade Thumb cursing in Russian as he gives a boost to his human cargo. Slowly rising into view through the opening comes the expressionless face of the missing girl, framed by a tousled and ribbonless hair, seeming too tired to be frightened. She pauses there for an instant, a portrait of innocence within a jagged plywood frame. Get Chelsea. 180 points. You hoist the
Yay.
girl from out of the crawl space. Comrade Thumb, exhilarated by the rescue, climbs out of the opening unassisted, then exits the trailer.
I guess we get to Munrad then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if we can get there without the bad guys stopping us. Oh, we probably need to put her in the gorilla suit. Okay.
Hide behind Taft, it'll be okay.
Oh, hang on. I need to. Do I have Chelsea? You have Chelsea. We have Chelsea, a crowbar, a veil, a shawl jacket combo, a dress suit combo, a ribbon, a scrap of newsprint, a ransom note, a trade card, a spreadsheet, and $42.81.
Can you tie ribbon into
Oh, yeah.
Chelsea's hair?
Understandably, Chelsea is reluctant to accept gifts from strangers, even her own ribbon. It's not very understandable, to be honest with you. We go through the creaky turnstile. From inside his cage, Harry calls out, "Nice going, Towner. It just shows what can be accomplished when you start out the evening with a little helium, eh?"
Ah,
Maybe he knew.
yeah, he knew, didn't he?
He knew and let us through anyway.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to say something suitably American and 80s. But he doesn't understand it. Okay. Near White Wagon. As you approach the White Wagon, Mr. Munrab steps down from inside his office, and as his eyes fall upon the figure of you carrying the only bit of preciousness in his life...
Stream has stopped.
You're kidding.
No,
Oh no, it's just restarted. Okay.
no, it's restarted.
This is the denouement, mate. Come on, people. As you approach the White Wagon, Mr. Munrab steps down from inside his office, and as his eyes fall upon the figure of you carrying the only bit of preciousness in his life, it's as if he were jolted by an elephant prod. For an instant, his confused mind appears to be sending him strong fight or flight messages, for suddenly he dashes off through a hole in the fence.
What?
Okay, wasn't expecting that. Let's follow. Should we follow or go in the... Okay, we've followed. Menagerie. Mr. Munrab, standing here desperate and alone in the middle of the menagerie, is calling out in every direction for the detective. The sotted sleuth comes staggering in from the midway, and Mr. Munrab, pointing confidently at you, delivers the order. There's the perpetrator. Shoot her. That's the first time it's actually responded to the gender assignment on the ticket. As the detective stumbles towards you, your ears are pierced by Chelsea screaming at the top of her lungs, and then by the screech of bending metal. Suddenly, you're blindsided by a wall of bristly animal fur, which knocks you to the ground. You get up dazed and see Mr. Munrab chasing a giant ape to the north, while the detective slinks away through the hole in the fence. It's flipping pandemonium. I guess we've still got Chelsea. I'm saving it here.
But we've also got
what's going on?
we've also got an ape costume,
We do.
and now there's a giant ape on the loose.
I mean, do we follow Munrab or do we follow the detective?
Who are you following before? Munrab?
I'm going to follow Munrab. I've saved it here.
Mm-hmm.
Munrab's nowhere to be seen. Oh. Okay, I've gone back into the circus tent. I figured that's where shit would be going down. We're in the performance ring. This is the arena's oval-shaped performance ring. The rope ladder above your head has been tangled around the platform from which it hangs. Just west lies the entrance to a large round cage, blah, 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 blah. Craning your neck upward, you see Marla standing on the platform above the rope ladder. He is holding the limp form of a small girl under one arm. Mr. Munrab, pacing pitifully back and forth across the ring, is a complete wreck. A roustabout stands nearby. You can see a stool and a rawhide bullwhip here.
We need to get the radio again, don't
You
we?
do.
Or put the gorilla suit on. But what happened? I missed that. So the ape took the girl.
Apparently.
Yeah, no, that was never reported. She was in our arms, and then she started screaming, and then Marla broke out of his cage, and then the detective took off, and Munrab went chasing after the gorilla.
We were rugby tackled by whatever the ape thing knocked us over, and I'm guessing in knocking us over, we let go of the girl.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess Marla had Chelsea's ribbon.
Did he?
Yeah, we got the ribbon from under the trapdoor underneath Marla. That's why we did the whole recording of the music, to calm Marla down, and then he moved off the trapdoor and we lifted it up and the ribbon was underneath it. So so him and Chelsea had a relationship. Like they were really good friends, and he had her ribbon, I guess.
Well,
So
if we were going to get the radio back, because Tina's got it again, has she?
no, we have the radio.
Oh, we have it. Oh.
We can get it, yeah. The rope ladder, which is tangled around its platform, dangles down a couple of feet out of your reach.
There is a stool there.
Oh, yeah. It's too rickety to support our weight.
Do we have the radio on us?
No.
Are you thinking that if we climb up there, we can use the radio?
Maybe. At the moment, we can't climb up there. We can't. The rope ladder is too high.
Can we use the whip to get the rope ladder?
There's a roustabout here.
What is a roustabout?
Like a workman. You know, the rigger. He looks flea-bitten, slack-jawed, and hangdog. Ask. Lift. Boost. No. Marla standing on the platform above the rope ladder, holding the limp form of a small girl. Mr. Munrab is a complete wreck. A roustabout stands nearby. And we left the stool and the bullwhip there from earlier.
Stand on roustabout?
Use the bullwhip to get the ladder. If you whip it, it'll knock it down.
Yeah, okay.
Or the pole.
Yeah.
You can't show anything to Marla. So I was wondering whether it responded to the ribbon in particular.
Is this the place where there was a safety net?
Yeah.
Is there still a safety net?
No. The roustabout took it away right at the beginning.
Do you think we can get him to get it? I'm just thinking if Marla's up high, he might drop her. Maybe we don't need to get up there. I don't know. I'm just thinking about...
Okay, I've asked the roustabout about the net. The roustabout, alas, doesn't relate well to strangers. He ignores you. The rope ladder, which is tangled around its platform, dangles down a couple of feet out of your reach. We need blooming thumb again, don't we? Lift roustabout. Playing in this way with the roustabout has no desirable effect. Let's try and lift Munrab. Maybe we do need to go and get the gorilla suit. It's just a suit, though. It's like no head.
Yeah, I mean, Marla thought it was amusing that we were wearing it last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can he jump?
Your feet barely leave the ground.
Rude.
It's definitely out of reach. The rope ladder above your head has been tangled around the platform from which it hangs.
Can we move the... Isn't there like a lion platform in the next room?
Yeah, there's a lion stand, isn't there? A couple of feet out of our reach. Okay, we can go in and we can move the stand, and it says moving the lion stand reveals nothing. Push stand. Ask roustabout about stand. Nope. Ask Munrab about Marla. Hey you, you're going to pay for this. And do you know the replacement cost of a tightrope apparatus? I mean... I guess he's worried that Marla is wrecking the tightrope.
Well, he has. He's tied the rope around the platform, which is...
Marla appears as a huge ball of dark fur with a thumping breastplate and a crinkled mug, both high gloss black. The girl dangles from the ape's grip. Chelsea, she looks exhausted but also somehow strengthened by her travails this evening. Ask Chelsea to sing. You're not close enough for meaningful communication. We need a violin and Harry. I'm going to try going back to the office to see if the detective went there.
Okay.
The problem is that the ladder is wrapped around the platform at the top and dangles short. It's not wrapped around anything that we could untangle.
There's not another way to get up to the platform to then unravel the ladder, is there?
Well, I think if we're up on the platform, that's mission accomplished anyway, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, if that's what we're trying to do. Okay, we're back in Munrab's office, but there's nothing new here. Dial 999. You get... Oh, it's 911, isn't it? You get a constant busy signal either way.
We have 10 minutes to solve this.
God, we've come so far.
Can we go through the hole in the fence the detective went through?
Yeah, that takes us to the office. The hole in the fence is the one that Hannibal left to the southwest. That takes us to the back of the white wagon. I'm gonna put the
gorilla suit on.
The gorilla suit on.
Oh.
It's gotta have a use, and maybe exactly. This is it. And maybe we do need to put the ribbon in our hair. So I'm gonna wear. Obviously, we found the ribbon with Marla. So, oh.
I think I would take the radio as well, just in case.
Okay. I'm wearing the veil as well. And I've got the radio. What else is here? Taft, a bucket, a pole, skeleton key.
I mean, the pole might be able to reach the ladder.
Yeah, I'm taking it.
So am I correct in saying that we, in the past, have used the radio to create soothing music, but you can only do that when the radio is up high?
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Which is why I wondered if we somehow managed to get up on the platform, we could turn on the radio, because I think it might play music then.
Yeah.
So we're not close enough for meaningful communication with Marla. We're wearing the gorilla suit. I've tried waving. I've tried looking at Marla. I've tried calling Marla.
Maybe that only works if we get up there.
Yeah.
Wearing the suit. Can you use the pole on the ladder?
No. How shall I phrase it?
Use pole on ladder?
Use doesn't work.
Oh,
The fiberglass pole is of little use in obtaining the ladder. It seems to me that the roustabout needs to just give us a boost up.
Can we just like tell him to rather than what were you doing before? Showing him things?
No, I was asking him about the ladder.
Right.
It doesn't relate well to strangers. He ignores you. Roustabout, lift me.
How roustabout to lift you?
You can't climb onto the roustabout. If I tell roustabout to lift me, doesn't relate well to strangers. He ignores you again.
Have we tried paying him?
Got loads of money now, don't
we
I?
haven't had
Specify an amount of money, such as 75 cents or $1.50. $5. Disdainfully, the roustabout rejects your cash payment. Okay, $20. $30. $40. No. Okay. Roustabout, get ladder. No. Munrab, completely distraught, Mr. Munrab is now incommunicado. What are we missing?
Can you get it with the crowbar, the ladder?
But I don't think there's any point getting it. We can't pull it down. It's wrapped around the thing at the top, and it hangs short. I don't understand why we can't get the lion stand and roll it out. Maybe we need to.
We need some stilts.
About Marla. I used to play the violin for him at night after all the towners would go home.
Can you ask Harry about the roustabout?
That's interesting. It doesn't know the word violin. Oh, yeah, sad story. Just another guy who fell out the social safety net, if you will, and landed in the circus. And not on his feet either. So Mr. Munrab overworks him, has him living in a cage. That's the life here. That's the circus life for the most. Oh, wow. So it was a roustabout's cage. The cage to the south of Hannibal's tent. The roustabout, where we found the headphones. Wow.
It feels like we need to be nice to him then.
We could let the lions out. We could use the pole as a pole vault. Pole vault to ladder. Nope. Climb pole. Why is the roustabout here?
Yeah, what do you have to do to get him to work or help?
Just start giving him stuff.
Well, I just said that we need to be nice to him, or we could do the opposite.
Just whip him.
Just whip him.
Oh, there is a bullwhip. Oh, God. That would be awful.
As the roustabout sidesteps your attack, the bullwhip shatters the air right next to him.
Well, you didn't want the cash, so...
Oh my God, it's 1 minute to 8.
There's various ladders around the place, aren't there? Somewhere.
Well, there's a rope ladder that goes up onto Hannibal's, but we couldn't move it or take it. It's not a takeable thing.
So there's a ladder
We
on the
stand on a
side
bucket.
of the trailer.
Oh yeah, we also tried taking that and moving it.
We have a crowbar now, though.
We do, yeah.
I don't know.
The lion stand is a red 3-foot-high cylindrical pedestal. I mean, if you wanted to design something to stand on to reach a fucking ladder, this would be it.
Can you stand on it here?
Yeah.
Is the lion stand high enough for the radio to work?
You are now on the lion stand.
So now, can we reach the ladder?
There's no ladder here.
Try looking. Just
roustabout get stand. Oh, I need to put a comment in there. It just ignores us.
Did you hear my question about the radio?
Yeah. I doubt it. It's 3 feet.
Now, when you tried to lift the lion stand,
Static.
it said that it was too... Well, it didn't say that it was too heavy. It said that the load would be too much. But you were carrying stuff at the time.
Your load would be too heavy. Oh, okay.
Yes, you can. We want to lift it with the roustabout, don't we? I mean, we want him to help carry it.
Oh my God. Well done, Mike. Well done for spotting that.
Oh.
We've just dropped everything and we can take the stand.
But we want to make sure that we have the radio.
What do we need to set the radio to? Was it 1170 or something? What was it? 1190? Oh, it's where it's tuned to. It's tuned to 1170 now. Okay. Stand on stand.
Oh, we're still wearing the gorilla suit and stuff.
Climb ladder. Oh. As you hoist yourself onto the ladder, the platform buckles with the addition of your weight. Marla is spooked and loses his bundle, which falls tragically in front of your horrified face to the ground below.
Well, I wonder if Rosie's right, whether we need to get the net put up, then climb up, cause it to collapse, but then we all fall into the net and don't die.
Yeah, there was a bit of a clue when you talked to Harry about him as well. He said he'd fallen out of society's safety net.
You're right. Oh, you're good. Indeed.
And God knows how we're supposed to get that, but...
Ask. Ask Munrab about net. Hey, you're going to pay for this, and do you know the replacement cost of a tightrope apparatus? He's incommunicado.
Can you use the command tell, like tell roustabout to get net?
Or get net or erect net or put net back up? Or tell roundabout to catch Chelsea when she falls.
Yeah, maybe we need to ask Harry about...
Yeah, can we ask Harry about the safety net?
Guy who fell out the social safety net, yeah.
Can we send Thumb up the ladder because he's lighter?
Mm.
Don't know where Thumb is, but I can... Thumb's not in Clown Alley.
Did you ask Harry about safety net or just net?
Net. Search. I've never been able to search the upper bunk because Thumb was there. Oh, lower. Okay, no, never mind. Ask Harry about safety net. I really can't say.
We still haven't used that bloody mousetrap or the cheese anywhere, have we?
Yeah, we have.
Did we?
Yeah, we used the cheese we used them both to catch the mouse that we
Okay.
then scared Hannibal with. You're right though. It just does seem like we need to put the net up, and the roustabout is there to do it. We can't talk to him.
We find it. Do we have to try and find it?
How much money have I got? 42.81. Give. No, reject it. Asking Munrab about... No, you can't talk to Munrab. Of course, the exit, the way out of the circus is to the south of the white wagon. So the detective probably just ran off out of the circus entirely. How do you spell trapeze? I don't know.
That is how you spell it.
Yeah.
If we stand on the stand, can we unravel the ladder somehow, but not try and climb up it?
I don't. The ladder is tangled around the platform, and Marla is on the platform. I mean, we can climb the stand and try untangle.
Because
ladder.
we've got this stand there.
It's
that's,
hopelessly
I think
balled
that's
up.
for a reason.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I mean, we can now climb up or down. You know, like Chelsea could climb down. But we can't talk to them.
Get Chelsea.
Well, no, we can't. She's at the top. We're at the bottom. You're not close enough to Chelsea. Oh, I think we might have to stop it. And
God, really?
we're so close. It does really feel like that is the right thing to do, to get the stand, to climb on it, to go up the ladder.
Yeah.
They fall down into the safety net.
Yeah.
Everyone survives. But how do we get the safety net to be there?
Can we look on that clue thing, or are we determined not to?
Looking at the map, is there anywhere that the safety net would have been put away?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm with you, Rosie.
Oh, it feels awful to say it,
Yeah.
but just some little clue.
Under the bleachers. But no, it's not there. It feels like we need to get Munrab to tell the roustabout to do it. You know? Because every time we talk to the roustabout, it says he doesn't do well with strangers.
Do we have a disguise that would make him think we're not a stranger?
Well, we do, don't we? Oh, we're still dressed as Andrew Jenny. I restored after we died, and we are still dressed as Andrew Jenny. So it needs to be Munrab, tell roustabout to get net.
I mean, or is it the opposite problem? Is it the fact that we're dressed up? Why the roustabout's not responding to us?
Yeah, have we tried talking to him not dressed as a gorilla or Andrew Jenny?
I mean, suddenly, when you put it like that.
Would you like a hint?
Have you got one?
Are we close?
So we need the roustabout to obey our commands.
Oh,
Oh!
is he hypnotized by what's his name?
We don't have the recording anymore, though.
Yeah.
Oh, so we need to just clap. Was it?
Yeah, clap my hands and you do as I wish or something.
The clap hands. The roustabout's eyes widen and become vacant as some invisible force comes over him. He straightens up out of his usual slouch and appears perfectly rigid. Of course he's hypnotized. What a callback. What an amazing callback. God. Okay. Roustabout, get net. The roustabout goes tearing out through the wings.
Oh yeah, we got some points.
Mm.
190. The rouseabout comes sprinting through the wings with a safety net slung over his shoulder and the midget comrade Thumb in tow. Mr. Munrab and his 2 employees each grab part of the net and they try to position it directly under the imperiled little girl. Climb stand. You're now on the lion stand. Munrab and company, their faces are anxiously upturned, are pulling the safety net every which way, kicking sawdust from one end of the ring to the other. Climb ladder. Oh. Shit. Trying to grip the ladder, you fumble away the veil. Drop all. Right. Climb ladder. As you hoist yourself onto the ladder, the platform buckles with the addition of your weight. Marla is spooked and clambers up onto the supporting apparatus as you board the platform. You're standing on a small unstable platform which is suspended high above the arena floor. The shadowy form of the great ape is ensconced among the guy wires above the tightrope. He is holding the limp form of a small girl under one arm. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
We've got the radio.
Go get the radio.
Oh, where is it? It's fucking... Right. Okay, the radio is on and static is coming out. I'm going to climb the ladder. Drifting out from the radio is soothing classical music. The shadowy form of the great ape is ensconced among the guy wires above the tightrope. Drifting out of the radio is soothing classical music. Oh my god, this isn't it. Up. You're not very good at aping Marla in this respect, but the vibrations of your attempt serve to flush him from his perch among the guy wires and onto the opposite platform.
That's where we crossed with the pole, wasn't it?
You're going to go and pick the pole up?
Yeah. Okay, I've dropped the radio on the platform.
Okay, good idea.
Alright, I need to go back out again to get the pole. Oh, of course. We're going to do this and everyone's going to clap because that's what we wanted to happen at the very beginning of the whole game.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I forgot that because that was 6 months ago.
Okay, we're up. We have a poll and $42. I'm going to save it. You are standing a couple of baby steps across the tightrope. Marla stands across from you on the opposite platform. One of his great limbs grasping a guy wire for balance. Marla lets out an aggressive scream that echoes throughout the big top. Do you think we should go back and...
Have we still got the radio? Can
No,
we...
no, I left it behind.
No,
A daring
get it.
turnaround on the tightrope. You regain your balance. Okay. Let's get the radio again. Right. Okay, an aggressive scream, but with the radio is soothing. You take a couple of tentative steps across the wire, reaching the halfway point. The gorilla wraps his knuckles against his mighty chest. You can feel the vibration on your toes. Drifting out from the radio is soothing classical music. There is a sudden break in the music. A female announcer comes on the air and, after reminding her audience that this is Pledge Week for WPDL, in a honeyed voice begins making an appeal for cash. Okay. I'm waiting. Drifting out of the radio is an appeal for cash. The announcer repeats that she will not play a certain piece by Vivaldi until just one more caller phones in a pledge.
Oh, do we have a phone?
Yeah, there's the phone, isn't there?
What's the number? Is there a number on the... Is there a phone number on the...
Look on the feelies.
This is it. It's stalled on that bit. Oh. I've just gone back down again. We're on 190, by the way.
Yeah.
So I left the radio. No, I've taken the radio with me. I left the pole at the top, and I've gone down into the performance ring. Just now, a gaggle of circus performers: Andrew, Jenny, Chuckles, Rimshaw the Incomparable, Billy Monday, Gottfried Willem von Katzenjammer appear through the wings. Quickly assessing the situation, the groom seems to suddenly, gut-wrenchingly accept the burden of responsibility for the calamity that has occurred. Their immediate reaction is the instinct to help, and each grabs part of the net. Okay, but we need to go and phone in, right?
I've looked on the feelies and there isn't a phone number on the radio one. I'll keep looking.
Now,
oh, it's okay. Phone radio station. After verifying via computer your credit card number, home address, social security number, and credit card rating, the cheerful voice on the other end of the line takes your pledge and hangs up. Okay.
To get back up there with the radio.
Stand on stand. Up. Get pole. Soothing classical music's coming out again. Right. Okay. Baby steps. Aggressive scream. Halfway point. You take a couple of tentative steps across the wire. As the heavenly music drifts to within earshot of Marla, the beast is becalmed and he loosens his grip on the girl. You take a couple of tentative steps across the wire. You are now almost close enough to reach out and touch Marla, and the effect of the music is to utterly relax the great ape. He lets loose the girl like a rag doll, falling, falling, falling deep into the safety of the net. The cheers of joy and relief from the group encircling the net interrupt Marla's listening pleasure. With a stomp, he bounces you off your perch, and on your way down, you catch the wire with your hand, thus saving 2 lives in the same move. You dangle here as the crowd below continues their self-congratulation and rejoicing. Left hanging, you're hanging from the high wire. We have 200 points.
That has to be it, doesn't it?
The game's just left us hanging.
It's literally left us hanging.
Ring?
Yeah.
You're hanging from the high down below, oblivious of your plight. All of the circus folk are making noises of mutual forgiveness and reconciliation in the new spirit of togetherness brought on by the dramatic, emotionally charged rescue of Mr. Munrab's daughter. You fuckers!
It can't leave it like this, surely.
It's still holding. No, so the net is no longer up, so therefore we can't just let go.
Drop.
You can feel your grip loosen as the crowd below continues its orgy of feeling.
We're going to end up as a human croissant and part of the circus forever, aren't we?
We are. Your sweaty hands slip off the wire. The story of your evening's heroic deeds must have just been passed among the circus people below, because you feel the sudden pressure of your shoulders sinking deeply into the safety net, and with a rousing chorus of hip hip hooray, you are flung back high into the air, where you view the smiling upturned faces of your circle of boosters. You float back down, and on the second blast off, hip hip hooray, you pass out, not so much from the acceleration as from the sheer exhilaration of having saved the travelling circus that time forgot. Inc. Your score of 200 of a possible 200 in 1,474 moves.
Days.
Would you like to start over, restore a safe position,
Dave,
or
and
end
never
this
see it
session
again?
of the game?
Woo!
Jesus Christ.
Quit.
Yes.
Oh, bloody hell.
Unbelievable.
Wow. Yay. Well done.
Wow. That was good, though. Thoroughly enjoyed that. That was brilliant.
Stubbornness wins it all the time.
Well done, everybody. I think everybody contributed something to all of that. Everybody like had a solve or suggested the correct answer at some point, even if they read it off a sheet of paper or a screen. I think there's a really good game just trying to get out of that. There's a good game in there somewhere,
Yeah.
but it just lacks the polish and the finesse.
Yeah.
So I wonder. It was the last game that they did as an independent company before they got bought by Activision. So, and it was by a first-time writer. This was his first game. I think it was just rushed.
Those.
I didn't have the resources put to it to really play test it and everything. But apparently it's notable because it's the first game where instead of time ticking on, you've got these triggers that change things. You have to hit these triggers and then time advances and people turn up and characters appear in certain locations, which I guess was a novelty. I mean, this was 1986 when this was released, so there's that.
One of the things I thought was really cool was when you got hypnotized and you went into the past. I thought that was really inventive.
Yeah,
that callback to the fact that we thought at the time this is going to come into it, isn't it? We thought it was going to be Chelsea who was hypnotized. But wow, of course, that's a really good little narrative technique to like seed something and then you've completely forgotten about it by the time you get to the point where you need it right in the end game.
That's my takeaway from this, is that I think there's a really cool story there. And I think there's a possibility that you could play that and solve that in like 200 moves or whatever. And there would be a really interesting narrative that you'd weave all the way through. And it would build to a crescendo. But yeah,
if it was better written.
If there was, it's missing the bits where you've got to do a thing and it's sort of dropping you hints as to what you need to do. It just leaves you completely blank.
Yeah, and you're constantly fishing for some kind of response. So it really suffers from that incantation problem where you're trying to find the right combination of words to get some kind of response. But then every single response, like there's no fat on this at all, apart from the gorilla suit, which obviously is a complete red herring and has nothing to do with the game whatsoever. But every single response is important in some way. Like if you get any kind of response or anything happens that's abnormal, it's important in this game. So, yeah, gosh. I mean, that's 10 episodes. So it was quicker than Fish.
God, it didn't feel like it.
But it felt, yeah.
Felt very frustrating.
Well, do you know what? Like, obviously, we've played for nearly an hour and a half this evening. But we've made loads of progress. We were like moving. It seemed like there was a tempo to things where we were solving and the game was unraveling in front of us, and one thing led to another, and there was a bit of momentum. The problem that we've had with this game is that really it's like a 5-episode game for the amount of content, but there's just no momentum because the signposting is just not, it's not that it's too hard. It's just there's nothing to engage you. You don't feel like you're moving through it. You're just, every time you solve something, you immediately hit another brick wall, and you're not sure what to do. Nothing really makes any sense.
And it also, if you just look at how many points we got this episode, you've got
we've got 40
points in 1 hour.
But playing Fish, like... we had several episodes that felt like today's episode felt.
Yeah.
Where we just rapidly make progress.
But it also felt like towards the end, we were dialing in to the writer's mind. And that's why, at the beginning of the game, you weren't sitting there for 5 minutes, and we weren't letting you just type away, just doing the incantation stuff. But by the end of the game, it was like, no, that's the way this game has got to be played.
Yeah, you have to just try this stuff. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it makes me feel like I want to rewrite it. I want to get the source and go and like, I mean, people have done that. People have taken old Infocom games and fixed them, like solved a load of bugs and problems and improved the range of responses you get. And I'm not sure if this game really deserves it, but it feels like someone should do that.
I like also the fact that that you were picking out clues, Rosie, from like the fact that the description of the guy had safety net in it and things like that. That's quite nice.
Yeah.
If
Like you said, a lot of things were significant, but then other things weren't. So, like him cleaning the trailer with.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that.
No meaning to that.
No, and so weird. Like he's standing outside the trailer, and you think, oh, he's just standing outside the trailer waiting for his buddies to turn up or something, and then he's like cleaning the side of the trailer with Dr. Nostrum that you assume at some point you're going to have to buy, and it's going to cure an ill. You're going to, obviously you're going to use it for something, but no.
The money was of no use at all.
No.
The money was of no use at all. Billy Monday just fucked off with a suitcase. I mean, what was that about? What was any of that about?
We don't know what was in the suitcase, do we?
No.
No idea.
Not a clue.
I don't know if maybe you're supposed to think, or where's the evidence pointing? It's like a whodunit. Who is it Chuckles or is it Billy Monday, or is it Katzenjammer? Like who did it? But apparently, like they all did it apart from Munrab, and then at the end of it, they were all like buddies again because
Yeah.
Maybe there's a version of the game where you do find out what's in the suitcase, or
Well, exactly.
it's like a choose your own adventure game, and we just chose a really shit adventure.
And the owner of the circus, who's desperate to find his daughter, and at the point at which we arrive with the daughter, he runs off.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then is like completely useless.
Wow. Well,
Anyway.
what next then? I mean, maybe that's not for now since our dinner's ready, but
Well, I think we'll come back in the new year and make a few suggestions. I saw Rob yesterday actually, and he said he's been following the chat on the WhatsApp group, and he said he was really forcing himself not to comment yesterday with something along the lines of, well, bureaucracy might not have been quite as boring as this.
maybe not that one
No,
next.
I'm not. I don't think we should play another Infocom game for a little while, but maybe a modern one, maybe something that has got awards and good reviews, that kind of thing.
Excellent.
Agreed.
All right, folks. Lovely evening. Well done.
Just to let you guys know, hopefully
You're still on stream, by the way, Mike. Do you want me to stop the stream before we?
Oh yeah, okay. Go on then. Stop.